We're about to get in trouble. We're going fishing. Good afternoon from Blue Mountain Lake, Arkansas. Yeah, I'm Jeff. Today is Monday, and Drew and some buddies, and we're going fishing. So, let's see if we catch anything. Oh, it's windy, 80s, low 80s, not too bad. And this lake is massively flooded. It's up, I don't even know how far, but there should be a parking lot and a boat ramp behind me, and it's gone. So, all right, catch you later. Yes. I caught a catfish. The first fish I've caught since I moved to Arkansas. How big is it? Pound, a little over a pound.
Right about,
I'd
yeah.
eat it if there were a bunch of others, but yeah, a little grub that we dug up earlier today, and cool. Good evening, Grumpy. Good evening, Grumpy. You don't care. Hey, Bob and Fifi. You're early for dinner. Dinner's not for another hour. Good evening from Bobblehead Homestead. I am Jeff. Today is Tuesday. Yes. It's about 7 o'clock and I've been doing stuff all day long. High 70s, not all that hot today. Cool breeze. So yeah, it was a good day to be getting stuff done. And I've got a sunflower bloom. Let's look at that. Yeah, my first sunflower bloom. Cool beans, as Bob photobombs. And this little patch of them, they're starting to develop blooms. In fact, there's one in there that's has already started. It'll be out tomorrow. But yeah, my volunteer sunflowers. They're not as tall or as big of blooms as last year. Probably because I actually took care of them last year. But hey, I'll take volunteer sunflowers. Some nice cosmos blooms, and I've even got a zinnia. These are all volunteers. And what I'm noticing is, like, the cosmos that I grew last year, they were like 6 feet tall and huge bushes because I took care of them. So apparently something I was doing last year worked, because the cosmos just grown on their own, they didn't do as well as the ones that I grew intentionally. Same with the zinnias that are popping up. Yeah, a few zinnias popping up in the row where I planted them. And yeah, sunflowers. That's another one. I like that color. All volunteers. Couple of gladiolas starting to bloom. That looks like a reddish pink one. And then here we've got a white one starting to bloom. Those will be coming in good. And then got some dahlias right there. They got some buds on them, so I'm going to have some flowers out of the dahlias. Oh, I might scaring you all away. What are you doing back there, dudes? Alright, time for a chicken update. Time for a chicken update. It has been a while. I do apologize for that, but there's all kinds of chicken maneuvering going on around here. Hi, Bob. Oh, where do I start? Well, you just saw those baby chicks. Those are purebred Welsumers that I hatched. And they just today graduated from inside to outside. So they're a few weeks old and it's not getting in the mid 60s at night. So this is a perfect time to get them out of there. That means the number 2 and her 4 baby chicks graduated to another flock. And yeah, there's all kinds of chicken maneuvering going on. Let's see. Well, I already started off. So the 11 baby Welsumers are in the brooder. I rehomed, I'll call it that. I rehomed 4 Welsumer baby chicks. As you recall, there were 10 older ones and 5 that were a week younger. So 2 of each of those I rehomed. And I also rehomed a whiting true blue rooster and 2 of my original Welsumer hens. So someone was looking to start their own olive acre stuff going on, and a whiting true blue rooster and 2 of the Welsumer hens, they can get started right away. And then of the 4 baby chicks, once they are of age, they can join in on that olive acre fun. So yeah, I did that last week. And because of that, I'm doing some reshuffling, and I guess I'll talk about that individually. Number 2 and her 4 babies were rehomed into this flock. So, and that is different. I have my whiting true blues in there. Right now I have 1 whiting true blue rooster in there. And he is in there with the 4 whiting true blue hens that I got last year. So he's in there with Betty White, Carol Burnett, Mary Tyler Moore, and Private Benjamin. And the goal there is that new whiting true blue rooster is not closely related to those 4 whiting true blue hens. So I will be breeding my own whiting true blue chicks here, well, in about 3 weeks, when I know all the rooster junk has gotten through their system. So Vicki Lawrence is also in there, and then number 2 with her 4 their first generation olive acres back cross to a Welsumer rooster. So that's all who's in there. That's the original gang, all my original hens. Well, not the 4 original that were here when I got the property, but yeah, number 2 was here, and then Vicki Lawrence was the neighbors, and then Carol Burnett, Mary Tyler Moore, Private Benjamin, and Betty White are the whiting true blues that I got off Craigslist last year that really got me going. So that's what's going on in this flock, and now I can, with that whiting true blue rooster in there with Vicki Lawrence and number 2, if I wanted to hatch their eggs, they'd be laying little bluish green green eggers. They probably wouldn't be olive because they're so light brown, almost yellow eggs. But anyway, so that's the scoop on that flock. Now here I have the 3 whiting true blue roosters that I have left, and they are going to get their own. I'm rearranging the fencing tonight, and they're going to be getting their own chicken run. Okay, now over there I have Wild Berry. Wild Berry is still with, I have 4 Welsumer hens left now, after I rehomed 2 of them. So Wild Berry is there with the 4 Welsumer hens, and he also has Mrs. B, the olive egger who went broody. And then I put 2 more olive eggers in there also, just so that, you know, there's enough ladies to go around to Wild Berry. So that's the deal on that flock. I can still produce purebred Welsumers from Wild Berry and the 4 Welsumer hens, and then with the 3 olive eggers in there, I could produce that, what I talked about earlier, similar to the 4 that number 2 hatched. They would be olive egger hen crossed with a Welsumer, well, it's called a back cross with a Welsumer, and so I could do that out of that flock. Now, the last flock up front. In this front flock, I have the Welsumer rooster without a tail. I'm going to give him a name here pretty quick. Yeah, I've got the Welsomer rooster without a tail. And then I have the 2 olive eggers that were here before. There were 4 in here. And I put 2 of them back there with wild berry. But so he's got 2 olive eggers. And then I put the 4 younger whiting true blue hens in here. So those 4 younger whiting true blue hens, they've started laying. And now I can create olive eggers. So I'll have a Welsomer rooster as the father, the whiting true blue hens as the mother, and their offspring, the first generation, will be olive eggers. So here in about 3 weeks, again, you want to wait 3 weeks to a month before you start hatching eggs to make sure you know who the father is. So I'll be able to produce olive eggers from this flock relatively soon. And then, of course, I have the 11 Welsomer baby chicks in here. I don't know if I'm keeping them or if they're going. If I get offers, and what I did, if I can put them together with those extra whiting true blue roosters back there, you know, that way I'm not, it's really hard to rehome roosters. So if I can match up Welsomer chickens with one of those whiting true blue roosters so they can produce their own olive eggers, then that's what I'm doing. Okay, so that's an update on all the chickens. Quite a bit of chicken maneuvering going on around here. Sunday night was when I moved them all. So I had to move the 4 younger whiting true blue hens from the back coop to the front coop. And then I moved the 2 olive eggers from the front coop over to Wild Berry's coop. So I've got a even distribution of hens to roosters. And then I had to move number 2 and her 4 baby chicks Sunday night also. So that was, it takes a while to, and I did it after dark, probably, I don't know, 11, between like 11 and midnight. All right, so all that chicken maneuvering is done, and I did that so that I've got the right pair-ups, the right matchups going on to produce whiting true blues, purebred. I can produce Welsomer purebreds, and I can produce olive egger first generation. And so all of those, I can do Welsomers right now like I have been, but the thing with the whiting true blue roosters that I have, they're the brothers of the younger whiting true blue hens that I have. And so it's not a good idea. People do it all the time. It's not a big deal, but it's not a good idea because breeding brothers, sisters, you bring out a lot of the genetic traits because they're so similar. And anyway, I'm not going to explain it. So I didn't want to hatch any whiting true blues until I got them separated. Now I've got them separated, so I have the rooster in with the older whiting true blues that aren't as closely related. And the younger whiting true blue hens I have in with a Welsomer to create olive eggers. Life is good. All right, what else is going on? Monday, yeah, yesterday I went fishing, and you probably saw some. I didn't get many clips. It was Drew came up with a couple of his buddies, I'll call it, and we went and checked out all the places where Bulldozer Man has taught me where to fish. And in fact, we went to the lake where Bulldozer Man tells me nobody ever catches anything there. We went there first and we didn't catch anything. Although that was like right at 2 in the afternoon, so probably not a good time of the day to catch fish. But then we went to 2 more spots, and the last spot that we went to was, yeah, we were rocking and rolling. I caught probably my first fish in 20 years. I don't even remember the last time I caught a fish. But anyway, the first fish I caught was a pretty decent size catfish. And then I caught a couple perch, just small little dudes. And then I caught another catfish. It wasn't as big as the first one, but you might have seen the pictures or the video. But so yeah, that's what I did yesterday, Monday, was go fishing, and that was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun catching some fish, and we just used worms. So I decided I'm going to fish my way instead of trying to imitate Bulldozer Man, and it paid off. Okay, now, today, let's take a break and give you a different view. It was just a beautiful day. Just a beautiful day. I had a helper come this morning, dropped off some workhorses, which will be needed for staining. I probably got a good 20 or so 1x4s that need to be stained. Well, I have to buy them first. And then they need to be stained. So those 4 workhorses will help with that, and he's loaning me a table saw because they'll have to be trimmed to the right lengths. And so he dropped that off this morning and helped me plan for this Saturday. I'm going to have a few people over, and we're going to knock out a few things, and hopefully that'll just be a fun time. Not a big production or anything like that. So you'll see that coming up. And so I'm going to be making trips into Russellville probably both tomorrow and Thursday to get supplies like those 20 1x4s I need. I also need the trim. I have to buy the trim for outside around the windows. And I'm going to try to get a cabinet or 2 cabinets, at least 1 cabinet. I'm also thinking about a range hood. I don't know, we'll probably won't get to that this weekend, but I can start thinking ahead on that. So yeah, some more progress will be made this Saturday, and I am very much appreciative to the helper that came this morning and helped me get all that planned out and move stuff around so we know what we had on hand already, and yeah, just helping me get organized, so it's a good thing. So yeah, I've been lacking on the videos. I do apologize for that. Hi, Bob. Bob wants in the. You want in here, Bob? Yeah, I've been lacking on the videos, and believe me, that hurts me more than it hurts you, right, Bob? Oh man, I should be getting back into the swing of things here. I've still got one computer in the mobile home where I do my editing. That's the desktop, so it's got all the wires and cords and everything going everywhere. So I've been waiting to move that into the tiny cabin and start using it there when I have the trim done and it's not going to be in the way. The chickens are doing well. The cats are doing well. Grumpy I usually feed them right about this time, so they're all looking at me funny. I usually feed them right about now, and then after Grumpy eats, he likes to come inside and take a nap in a box inside the tiny cabin until I go to bed when I kick him out. Because if I don't kick him out, I cannot leave Grumpy unattended. He likes bread. I don't know what the deal is, but he'll jump up on the counter, and twice I've let him spend the night in there in the tiny cabin with me, and he got both loaves of bread. Dude. So Bob will come in to eat, and then he'll hang out for a little bit as long as I give him attention. But then Bob doesn't want to spend the night in there. And Fifi she's still Fifi. She does not like being behind closed doors. She wouldn't even go in the mobile home. I had to leave that kitchen window open so that Fifi would even go in there to eat, so she had an escape route. That's just, I don't know if she'll ever change or not. If I get a screened-in front porch, I think the cats will be fat and happy. So yeah, that's the update there. I've just been doing little stuff in the cabin here and there, I'm making a mess is what I'm doing. I'll be honest with you. I'm just making a mess in the tiny cabin. Until I figure out where everything's going, and I've got all the cabinets and the kitchen situated, and it's just going to be what it is. So that's the update there. What else can I tell you? They say I've got a bunch of boxes at the post office. I haven't been able to get there yet. I'll try to go there tomorrow when I go into Russellville, and because I think I'm going to have to make 2 trips to Russellville for supplies. Let's see. I've got a porta potty coming, I hope, for this weekend, so there won't be any issues with that. What else can I tell you? Hi, Bob. Yeah, you're purring up a storm. Yes, you are. But you never sit still. You won't just sit in my lap. You have to keep squirming around. That's what you do. You're not a very good lap cat. You just keep squirming around. You think if you get in a different position, oh, yeah, you like the beard. Bob likes the beard. Is the beard soft, Bob? It's probably smelly. I've had a couple days of a lot of outside work. So right now, what I need to be doing right now is moving the electric fencing and repositioning that, and I want to get that done tonight so I can plug it in and charge it, and we'll be good to go. Everybody will be protected. So that's my update. I hope this didn't last too long. Probably won't be videos for a few more days because I'm going to be making trips in for supplies before this weekend's fun day on Saturday. I'm calling it a fun day. So with that, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I am getting past all the stress and all the activity, and things are slowly slowing down, and I'm very grateful. So thank you. I will catch you in a few days. Hope you're having a great week, and take her easy, everybody. Bob, you slobbered all over me again.